Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Andy the Mad Tatter, and welcome back to another video. As always, thanks for your continued support. The influx of subscribers we've had just lately has been incredible. The YouTube thing is just performing beyond my wildest expectations. I know I keep saying this, but it keeps happening. So thank you all so much for that, because it doesn't happen without you. Today's video is going to be hopefully a really short one, certainly short by my standards. I just want to go through some really basic searching on eBay functions for people that are looking for prices or valuations of stock or items that they're looking to possibly buy. This is how to just really quickly check the eBay app to do that. I also want to take the opportunity with this video to introduce a series of videos that I'm planning to make. This has come from the suggestion of one of my viewers. They gave me the suggestion a little while ago about seeing an item all the way through, so from the sort of the purchase stage to the pricing stage to it being listed, and what that individual item eventually realized. Did it make the money that I expected it to make, etc. I thought that was a really interesting idea. So I've kind of incorporated that into what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go out and blind buy a number of items. I'm going to set myself a limit. I don't know exactly how much it's going to be yet, but I'm going to blind buy a number of items. When I say blind buy, I mean I'm not going to take my phone with me. I'm not going to look up any items on my phone while I'm out or anything like that. I'm not going to go out with any preconceived ideas of what I'm going to buy, and I'm going to try not to buy within my comfort zone or within my usual scope of what I know about and what I sell. I'm just going to buy on instinct effectively. So you're going to hopefully be able to see me buy those items. Then you'll see me research them, test them, clean them, do whatever's necessary to get them ready for the sale on eBay, and then we'll go through the photographing and the listing process, and then we'll do a video or we'll follow up with those items down the line, and you'll find out exactly how they've performed, how long they took to sell, what we got for them, and any kind of hiccups or anything sort of surprises that happen along the way. So that's what what I'm ultimately going to do. It's going to be, I can't promise a time frame on it, and I can't sort of say how often I'm going to be able to do the videos thereafter, because obviously it'll depend on when items sell and how it works out in that respect. But I think it'll be an interesting experiment and interesting for sort of new people coming to reselling or thinking of starting reselling to have a look at. I do believe that reselling is for absolutely everybody. There are no barriers to entry with reselling. There's no glass ceiling, no gender pay gap, no discrimination. If you have got it within you to buy something and sell it for a profit, you can resell whatever you like. To the question of, is something worth buying? This is a question that we see quite often. And the answer to that question is it worth it to you? I would say. Some people look to make considerable profits on their items and work to tight margins, work to a very rigorous structure with their reselling. Others are happy to make a couple of pound on something or make a small profit on something and just keep it trickling through. It's the sort of quick penny versus the long pound mentality. So do you wait a bit longer and make a bit more, or do you turn over more stuff and make less on it in the short term? So that's the way to think about it, really. As I've said in some of my videos before, I often take the standpoint, and certainly did when I started reselling, the view that as long as you're not going to lose money on what you buy, everything is a learning experience, and everything is experience gained using eBay, researching items, going through the processes of getting an item ready to sell. So as long as you're not losing money on items, certainly early on, as long as you're not losing money in items, then you can't really lose at all, because the experience and the lessons that you'll learn along the way will be invaluable. So on with today's video. As I say, this one's going to hopefully be relatively quick. So what we're going to do, we're just going to look at how you look up sold items on eBay, both on the eBay website, and I've got a phone here as well that I can show you on the eBay mobile app. So I'll show you the same items search for both ways. So I'm not going to search for any particular item from my own memory or anything like that. So just for the sake of argument, we'll Google Nike trainers, and we'll go to shopping. We'll see what the first one is that comes up. So it's a Nike Air Max 270. So we'll put that in on eBay, and that will be our sort of test, our test subject. Nike Air Max 270. So search for that as you would search for any item on eBay. Then, once you've got your results, come to the sidebar on the left here and scroll all the way down. Once you get to the bottom of the sidebar, you'll see Show Only and Sold Listings. So we click on Sold Listings there, and the results show all of the items that have sold. So you see by the green numbers there, that's what they sold for. If they have a strike through that green number, it generally means that they've sold on an offer. And there is a way to look up how much the item sold for on the offer as well. I think you can just click into the listing, it'll show you. But that shows you the sold listings. Now, the next thing you want to do in terms of pricing up an item or getting an idea of a valuation for an item to sell is see what the highest prices are that those items have sold for. So in the drop down at the top there, you can change it from end date recent first to highest price plus P&P. We click on that and we see the most expensive Nike Air Max 270 that have sold, $396.57, and then all of the other ones down from there and all the different colorways and all the different options. But that then gives you a fair representation of what that product has sold for. When it comes to then valuing your item, you have to go back to that thinking of, do I want the quick penny or do I want to hang out for the long pound? Go somewhere in between. You know, I always think of it from the point of view that you don't want to be too cheap because people are suspicious of anything that's too cheap, but at the same time you don't want to be the most expensive one on there. So I aim for that upper third, as I've said before, and that tends to be where I'll pitch most of my items. Now, other refinements you can make to your search at this point, if you've, for instance, if you're looking up this pair of Nike Air Max trainers and you've got a used pair that you're looking to sell, again, sidebar on the left, and you can select used, and that'll show only the pre-owned listings, still sorted by price highest to lowest. So you're still getting the same information, but it's just filtering out the used listings. So that's how it's done on the PC website, desktop page, site, thing, words. And I'm just unlocking the phone, which if you remember from my last video, I have a nightmare with. Right, let's do the same thing on the eBay mobile app. This is the Android app, but I imagine the iPhone app is very much the same. So into the search field at the top there, just going to take it off screen because it's easier to do. Nike Air Max 270. So Nike Air Max 270 searched for, and I've just gone into a listing because I'm fat-handed. Right, there we go. So that's brought up your search listings. Then you want to go into filter. Once you're in filter, the sort of same thing as the sidebar on the desktop app, you can scroll down to the bottom, and you've got your sold items slider there. So once you've selected that, you can also select your item condition if you want to go for used. Come on. Fingers on a screen through a viewfinder is weird. And then you can, yeah, it has brought it up, but I've not sorted it yet. So then once you've got the listings up there, go for your sort and go for highest plus postage. And that achieves exactly the same result on the mobile app as you've just achieved on the desktop website app thing. So there we go. That is how to very quickly look up an item and price an item on eBay. You can, of course, you know, just do the good old-fashioned, if you're looking for a guide price for something that's brand new, or you can't find the item that you've got on eBay, go into Google, look it up, go into the shopping tab as we did at the beginning there, and you can try and find the same item or the equivalent model of the new replacement for the model that you've got, and get rough ideas of how much it would cost to buy that item new, and then maybe scale back from there and work out a price for your particular example. But that was everything I wanted to get to today, guys. Like I say, hopefully a quick and easy video for you. Thank you all so much for your continued support, your likes, shares, comments and whatnot. Do feel free, if you did like the video, give me a like. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down by all means, but don't just thumb and run. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you did and didn't like about the video, and I will try to improve or maintain accordingly. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.